Okay, so well, I don't know. From the look of things, MTN is the most useless, and Airtel is trying right now. But I'm sure the device that I have is it doesn't last. Oh god, this network thing have really turned me off, and at the same time it has successfully frustrated me, all thanks to the useless service providers we have here in my country. Very useless people that God will help me to punish them so dearly. God will punish them for all the shitty network they've been given, and for them to frustrate my life. God will surely punish them. All right. Let me see how far we can go before their useless network will start misbehaving again. So for me, ah, I'm not happy at all. I'm not happy at all. All the tractions, like I've built up momentum. People are already keen in, only for them to use crappy network, and they're still giving me crappy network. They're still giving me crappy network. They're still giving me crappy network. This one will say oh Jesus Christ. Oh, it's so sad. 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 It's very sad. It's so sad. Mm. Okay, so guys, what we are going to do, I don't know. This network is very has frustrated me largely. I can't help it no more. This network has really frustrated me. This is like the fourth live streaming I'm trying to spin up now, and network keeps on breaking it, keeps on interrupting it, keeps on breaking, keeps on interrupting. I don't know what else to do, but we'll keep on trying. I'll just keep on trying because I promise you guys that every day I'll be here. Every day I'll be here, and that's why you see me. I try over and over and over and over again. I try over and over and over and over and over again, but network just seems like it's coming after my life. The network just seems like it's coming after my life, but that's bad way. Well, if network doesn't allow us this time around, it's fine and good. But hopefully, it gets better. But if it doesn't, I can't kill myself, to be honest. I can't kill myself, to be honest. Like I said, MTN, I'm calling you guys out again. Airtel, you guys can do better. I think one thing I need to do is maybe I need to go find a better alternative. Most likely, I might go with the likes of the Starlink and all of that. But for now, I'm very disappointed with the kind of service I've gotten from these two major network providers we have in my area, which is largely MTN and Airtel. Very shitty, very shitty, and you people will be there claiming that you know what you're doing, but apparently you guys are dumb. You guys are annoying, and you guys are very good at giving crappy network. I'm not going to take all my time here to be talking about their crappy network. So let's just focus on why we are here, okay? So Ifan Chuku, I don't know if he's still joining in the live streaming. It's very unfortunate that at the time you made a request. I think you made a request, right? And the request was what? You asked us to look at, is it USD Canadian dollar also? I don't know. I'm very very angry right now. I'm very very angry right now because when the live streaming keeps on coming on and off, people will lose interest, and the whole idea of trying to make people come around and us having a good time here and learning from each other, the whole aim is now defeated because of the fact that I have um, a bunch of wannabe network providers, a bunch of wannabe network providers that has been in this game for a very long time, cannot give a simple steady network, just steady. I'm not even asking for speed. I don't need 10 mbps, I don't need 20 I don't even need 100 mbps. Give me the least 5, okay, the least 2, mbps. That's how low the bar is for the network providers in Nigeria, to be precise. I will call the name to Nigeria, in fact in Africa as a whole. Then in Nigeria, their own is the worst. Everything in this country is suffer head. Every single thing in this country is suffer head. You did not give me for free. You say you are doing so plan, I should pay. I paid. You said it's successful. Ngwa, now give me the service I paid for. Wahala. I think the judicial system needs to set up a law, a policy that you can sue your network providers for giving you crappy services that you paid for. I think that needs to be allowed. Maybe when one or two people would have sued them, right? They will sit up. They will sit up. They will sit up. This is not the first time. Every time, same story. I'll be battling with network issues here and there. You start live streaming, in the next 3 minutes it will cut. You go and start again, then it will cut. Then how do you now want your listeners, your viewers, people that are genuinely interested, to keep up with that kind of inconsistency? Because they are affecting my own channel. I have my own reasons why I'm here. It's not like I'm jobless, I don't know what to do. But because of some people's stupidity and some people, I don't know if I will say, is it being lazy? I don't even know what I'll call it. Like, literally give me. I'm sure if I should go to another country where MTN offers a service, they will sit up. Or maybe an Airtel, you see them sitting up and doing their job there. But when it comes to Nigeria, they'll start misbehaving, they'll start messing everything up, they'll start jonesing. I beg, I think I've spent enough time here lamenting and voicing my frustration, because it's very very frustrating. It's very very frustrating. This is what I've been dealing with for a very long time now. The last streaming I just had now, I had a lot of people were interested. I don't know who is, if Ifeanyi Chukwu or something. He was genuinely interested, brought up even currency pair we should look at. But now I can't see the person. I don't know where the person is, because of course the service provider I paid for is giving me crappy service, cutting my live streaming and dropping off all my audience. and they expect me to be happy with them. Everything is sufferhead in this country. Everything, literally everything, even to breathe is stress. To breathe oxygen is stress in this country. I beg you, let's get back to why we are here. Well, if you guys have any currency pair you want us to look at, please use the chat section and drop it there. We'll look at it together. So we've already looked at gold. We said gold is like the guy that is closest to what we want to see, which is fine and good. The next thing I would want to look at, this is the video. The video is on. So the next thing I would want to do right now is let's look at the other items we have in our watch list. Okay, hopefully the network will be friendly and allow us to at least have a good morning section for once in their lifetime. Like, I've not had morning section without interruption of network issue or lagging, and they expect me to be happy. After, they will go and spend money and hire a bunch of celebrities and be useless in their life, saying they are doing adverts for who? You do advert and your service does not measure up with the quality of adverts you do. You expect me to clap for you? I beg, people should go and do your work. I beg. I'm talking about all the network providers if we have in this country. People should sit up. It's not when it comes to Nigeria, mediocre service, mediocrity will be the best approach for you guys. When it comes to Nigeria, everybody relax. It's normal now. It's normal now because that's the mindset they have. If MTN or Airtel find themselves in standard Western world, do you think they'll be giving this kind of crappy service? It's not like it's free. My own annoyance is not even free, and it's even very, very priced. That's my own annoyance. It's very, very priced. I beg you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm taking my whole time to lament because it didn't really pay me. It really paid me. Like the live streaming that got cut off. I literally had like up to 5 concurrent viewers. Like 5 concurrent viewers. Like 5 people were genuinely interested following the live stream that this Johnson man interrupted. And they expect me to be happy. I beg you. Sorry, guys. Calm down. Calm down. Let's focus. Let's do this. All right. So now, we've already looked at gold. Like I told you guys, gold needs to take out that high. Anything that is outside of that, anything outside of this expectation, we are not interested. It's a must. When I mean a must, it's a must that the previous day high, based on what I see here, needs to be taken out. If price doesn't take it out, forget it. We are not going to jump on it. All right. I think we've already looked at this DE30. Based on the internal structure I see there, I'm not interested in it. At least in this morning section. Maybe in the afternoon section, maybe the price setup will be much more favorable based on the alignment and all of that. But for now, in this morning section, we are not going to spend more time looking at the German DAX 30 index. For the guys that joined the live streaming yesterday, you guys know for sure that this guy was our buy call yesterday, and of course it was a very sweet one. This was the setup here. At the time yesterday, I think we closed our profit around here, which was around 2 to 1. Okay, but if you guys remember, and I have the video, if you want to see the actual setup from the beginning to the point where we closed the profit, the video is right there in the channel. You can go and watch it. While you are watching it, remember to like and subscribe and share also, because I need that's the only way you can pay us back for spending our time here. But the point I'm just trying to make is this was where we closed the TP. That was our ideal TP. But before we did the closure, I remember I told you guys that price was still going to go for that high there. And of course, towards the late evening yesterday to the midnight, that was when price went straight to that point to hit the intended TP we had at that time. And if assuming we held it, that was a very nice 3-to-1 trade right there. It was a very good one. And for the guys that jumped on the trade with me in yesterday's live streaming session, congratulations to you guys. If any of you guys are joining us currently live, I'll urge you to type a W on the chat just to keep here interactive and fun. At the same time, that's that about that. So therefore, we will now carry our attention from the German DAX 30 index straight to the next thing we have here. All right, we've already looked at USD JPY. We said for us, I think it's going to be a buy, but the way the price is being structured, the price action I'm seeing here is not favorable. The price is everywhere. I can't make a meaningful understanding out of it, so I'm going to leave it alone. The next thing I have here is Aussie dollar USD. For Aussie dollar USD, I would want to be selling it, but of course, if you look at the PD array, it is not in the spot where we would want to sell, and at the same time, it's not in the spot where and the internal structure is not looking favorable for us to sell it because of the fact that we have a strategy, and based on what we expect price to do in order for us to sell it, price is not doing that. So we are not going to look at it further, at least for this morning section. Even in the afternoon section, everything about this guy is a little bit misaligned. And what do I mean? It seems like the price action I'm seeing here is prepping itself for a buy, whereas based on the daily trend that I see here, I would want to sell. But there's high chances that maybe the sell here is already been completed and this market is about to reverse. But we don't want to be making up assumptions. We only trade the things that are clear to us based on our strategy, based on what we expect. Why be fair? Good to know that you're there. At least I know one person is genuinely joining me live now, and I think you are here. So thank you for the W for that on Why Be Fair. All right. So going forward, like I was saying, the AUD USD trade here seems like it's prepping for a buy, but the general understanding I have of it, I would largely want to go for a sell on that guy, but for the sake of it not aligning with what we expect, we are leaving that guy alone. The next thing we have here is what? S&P 500. For me, S&P 500, obviously, I would want to sell it. I like the fact that the internal structure gave what is expected, but looking at the Q1 of the day, I'm a little bit, I don't know. Maybe we can take this trade if, let me see if we can get, well, this is looking good. Let me switch to candle. Okay, well, this is looking good. This is looking good. Let me see the PD array. Let me see the PD array of that. This is looking good. Okay, it's actually in the bearish territory, and of course we want to sell it, and it's looking good for a sell. Well, oh shit, I think it's a bit late. I think I'm missing out on that one. UX30 looks good for a sell, and the sell is about kicking off. I just looked at it now, and I saw that it's looking good for a sell. The only issue I have, a little bit, not much of an issue, is the Q1 here, of which I think largely, if we jump on this before we get any form of reversal coming up, I think price must have reached our TP before then. So this is the ideal setup I would have wanted to see here on S&P 500. It's unfortunate that I'm seeing it a bit late. It's very, very unfortunate that I'm seeing it a bit late. I didn't prep my environment quickly for that. So this is what I would say I would want to see on S&P 500, and our 2 to 1 will keep us around there. Okay, so I think it's not still late. If I can get this guy to load up real quick, I will jump on it. Let me see, where is my UX 500? First of all, it's already going down. This market looks good to sell. Hi, why did I see this very late? I saw this late. I saw this late. Oh, this is part of the. You see that's now I'm saying. I have taken time to lament. If I had a good network, this thing, I would have covered all these things. I would have covered all these things. This is part of the frustration I face every day here, because I have people that don't want to do their job. Well, this guy looks good for himself, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't know right now. I don't know, but ah, well, we are going to miss out on this one. I just have to make peace with it. I'll miss out on this one. We'll find another one, right? But this guy is okay, so I'm going to move S&P 500 at the top of the watch list. I just saw it late. It's painful, but it is what it is. And just like you guys already know, once I have an understanding of what's going on S&P 500, I don't have to start reanalyzing the brothers and the sisters of it. What I mean by brothers and sisters, I mean like the likes of US 30 and US Tech. For the guys that have already been joining my live streaming every day, you know why I say what I said. It's based on the currency correlation. It's as simple as that. So let's quickly see if we can go through all the items we have here real quick, and go focus on the guys that are properly aligned. Here we have Aussie dollar CHF. I would want to sell it, but the structure I'm seeing here is pointing for a buy, so because of that we are not looking at it for this. This is Canadian dollar CHF. Actually this guy is looking okay. This guy is a sell. I like the fact that we see a very nice manipulation at that top, and you can see while price is doing the manipulation, it's building very nice liquidity there. The only issue I would have this Canadian dollar USD trade will be if only if price, the slippage, if the slippage is too much on XNS, we'll leave it alone. But if the slippage is favorable, I will be jumping on this trade. Of course, I'll move this guy to the top of our watch list because it's looking good, like something we would want to sell. On the other hand, let's see if we can get a pullback here. A pullback here on S&P 500 will be good. If we can get price to come back up a little bit into that pot, into here, we'll take it. But the best point that would have taken it was this candle here, but we saw it late, so, and I wouldn't want to start trading a market that has started expanding. All right, so for me, if they can pull back into that zone, then we'll take an entry to pull it all the way down, just like you guys can see it there. All right, so let's continue because we need to go through all the items in the watch list so that we'll now take our time to now focus on the ones that we were able to find out to fit into what we expect. All right, so that is that for that. So we'll just quickly rush through other guys to make sure we are able to clean them up. Here on DXY for me is a buy, but the structure and everything about it is a little bit out. Sorry, the thing I see there is a little bit off from what we want. So for DXY, it's not looking favorable for us based on the what I see on the price action. So for me, I think I will take more time and see what price does going further. Just by understanding what is going on DXY, apparently the likes of Euro USD and maybe a British Pound USD will still not look favorable because of the fact that the DXY is looking a bit mismatched. And what I mean is that DXY based on the daily time frame is pointing for a buy, whereas the structure I'm seeing here is more or less looking like it wants to sell. So that is why we'll be leaving that guy alone. Of course, I think same thing is what's going on here. What's going on DXY? Euro USD is looking like it wants to sell, but the setup we are seeing here is looking like a buy. So that's why we are leaving it alone. Same thing with British Pound USD. Of course, I told you guys I don't need to analyze it. Just by understanding what's going on DXY, I know what I expect here, and the expectation is still the same. Everybody is prepping itself for a buy, whereas the trend, the dominant trend, I would say is a bearish trend. So we'll leave it alone. We'll touch base on UX oil. UX oil looking like a buy, which is okay, but the only issue now is that the internal structure and the structure itself is not aligning itself to that effect. Because of that, no need to look at it twice. We'll leave it alone. We'll go straight to BTC. You see how quickly we are just going through it one after the other, real quick, 1 2 1 2, real quick, 1 2 1 2. That's how it goes. Here on BTC, I am of the opinion that we might still be selling BTC, but right there, ooh, did we swipe it? I think we swiped it. Did we? Let me be sure. Okay, BTC swiped it, but that was a very tiny one. Let me switch over to, yeah, it was a tiny one. It was a tiny one, so we are not interested in this. It would be nice to see them swipe it convincingly before they start coming down. But generally, I'm of the opinion that BTC needs to continue selling downwards. That's exactly what we want. So if BTC is able to get its ass above here before reversing down, that is the best case scenario. So for me, I'll move BTC at the top of the watch list. All right, it's a little bit aligned, but not totally aligned. Okay, that's that for BTC. We'll touch base now. The next thing we have here is Euro what? Euro British Pound. Here on Euro British Pound, very nice. Oh, we saw this very late. This is late, but this price setup is very good. Very good. Just looking at it, it's a buy setup. At the same time that it's a buy setup, you can see there they took out the low of the Q1, exactly what we want, and the strong is this guy, and you can see they have traded out of that swing. So if you turn on this, our entry point would have been way better around here. All right, this would have been an ideal setup if we saw this guy on time. This would have been our ideal setup here, but we are just seeing it now thanks to the useless network providers that I saw or that I'm using, that made me spend a whole lot of time trying to fix network instead of me focusing on doing my actual analysis. That's why I get frustrated, and God will punish those men for me. You see all of them, MTN, Airtel, I'm not using Glow, including Glow. Everybody will benefit from the punishment for giving crappy services to this country. Dead as useless network providers. But it is what it is. That guy, very good. This guy, very good. If I get a pullback down, I think I might be opening up more entries on this guy. All right, so I'm going to move it at the top of the watch list. We'll still come back to all of them. We are just going to move them at the top of the watch list. I think we are about rounding up with all the guys we have here. The next item I have here, who is calling me? Hello, big man. I'm in live streaming. What's up? Wagwan. Yeah, there is lights currently. You guys need to change your light, and that was why I didn't change my own face. Our own face, sometimes, most times light no go there, but it is stable. It is more stable. So just change face. All right, thank you. Sorry guys, I had to take that call. It was an important one. So Yeah, this is the last CHF. I don't think I need to spend more time on that guy. HK, what's going on here on HK? HK is looking like a sell. I like the fact that they manipulated up. The internal structure is looking okay. But the only issue that I might have will be HK is looking good for a sell, if I'm being honest with you guys. But the only issue I have is the Q1 of the day is a little bit extended. So for me, I'll leave this guy alone. I don't want to spend more time here. I'll leave this guy alone. These guys, I'm not going to spend more time here. I will just leave these guys alone. But this HK is looking interesting, Sha. It's looking interesting. Huh. It's looking interesting. Let me see if there is anything I can make out of this. Okay, here we took out the high. Here, here, here. Actually, here is the main low, and that low is already taken out. So I assume this is will be the pullback. So if I should pull up this, turn it to a, yeah. This is the ideal entry. Assuming we jumped on this is what the entry is going to look like. And do I still want to jump on it? Let me see. I might jump on it, but it's only going to be if I see if price is currently in the bearish territory. Maybe we might jump on it. Maybe. And yes, price is actually in the bearish territory. Price is actually in the bearish territory. But I would like you guys to see something here. There is a fair value gap here. There is a fair value gap immediately there. So that guy might be a resistance to us. But yeah, look at this network people, God will punish you now. God will punish you now. See all these people, God will surely punish you people. It will never be well with you guys. It will never be well with you guys. Never will it be well with you guys. So I'm going to move HK 50 at the top. So that means if we enter HK today, Sha. I don't know why that it always gets funny whenever I say it. If we enter HK, as a matter of fact, let's even see the probability of us getting a trade on HK this morning. All right, let's see the slippage we have there. The slippage is a little bit. Can we deal with it? It's a little bit okay. A little bit okay. A little bit, just tiny. Just a tiny okay. But I'll rather. I'll feel bad if I miss out on this trade, but I'll rather look at gold. Gold is the guy I want to trade. But the only thing now is gold did not swipe the high of the day. The previous day high needs to be taken out. I want gold to do that. Until gold does that, that's the only time I'm going to trade it, because it's going to increase our possibility of getting to the TP. All right, without much hassle. But if we are to trade it based off on only the internal structure, which is not the best case scenario, but it still works, will be for us to wait for price to take out this low here, or maybe this low. I'll pick this low, this one. So that's our expectation. But remember, the best case scenario, like I told you guys, is for price to take out the previous day high on gold. All right, so here on S&P 500, remember I told you guys, if we start getting a pullback into that zone, I will take another sell. And this is based on the internal structure that I see here. Let me see the PD array. Is it currently in the bearish territory? Yes, it is in the bearish territory, or at least it's at the border of the bearish and the bullish territory. All right, so for me, I think we can look for a sell here. As a matter of fact, where is that S&P 500? The US 500 is here. We need them to trade up. We don't want them to go from there. We need them to trade up, maybe somewhere close there or there would be nice. So we are going to put a pen. I'm going to go with a pending order. No, I won't go with I won't go with the pending order. I'll wait for it. So I'm going to add an alert there. So once that alert beeps, then we will jump on it. So I'm going to add an alert there. I would like to get the best possible entry I can get on that particular guy there. On this guy here, on Canadian CHF, as you guys can see, the line we have out there, price is rejecting it, which makes sense. All right, it means that that level is an important level. Once broken, will greatly increase our possibility or the chances of us jumping on it and see what we can make out of it. So for now, we would see what happens here. But for us to be able to have hope of trading it, what I would want to do is let's go check out the slippage here on XNS and see if it's something favorable, so that we'll keep close contact, yeah, the slippage is almost okay. It's not so much. I think it's something we can manage. It's about less than a pip. So yeah, we'll leave it alone. We'll just keep a close eye on it. BTC, what is going here on BTC? What was our expectation? Okay, BTC managed to take out that low. This is the low we wanted BTC to take out. But the only issue I have is the fact that the high that they took out was a very tiny one. Would have been nice to see them go hard on that. But you can see that's the breakout there. So if we are to jump on BTC just by what we currently have now, this is what I would look for. But for me, I said I would want them to violate the high of that Q1 very well. But as it stands now, I don't know if they would want to do that, and I wouldn't want to start gambling anything right now. So I'll sit on the sidewalk and observe. If we miss out on it, we'll miss out on it. This is not the first time we are missing out on any trade. For me, like I said, S&P 500 is getting close. I think S&P 500 has given a pullback I want. So for me, I'm going to jump on S&P 500. Okay. It just swiped right now. So I'm going to open a sell. Of course, the stop loss will be at that top there. Anything beyond that top, we are not interested. And of course, I'll be risking about $5 on this trade. So I have my first entry today on S&P 500 open right now. Let's see if it's going to be favorable or not. The only issue I have with it is, like I said, the external structure is we are working with the internal structure, right? Although the external structure is yet to be violated on either side, but I think the internal structure is enough for us to work with. Hopefully, it's enough for us to work with. But if they stop us out, it's fine. It's good. We'll take our loss and we'll call it a day, or at least we'll just take the loss. All right. So, but let's see how that is going to play out. Hopefully, it plays out fantastic. Hopefully, it plays out very well. So for me, that's that for us on UX 500. What else do we have here? So we have, okay, this guy just traded back down now. This is the Euro British Pound trade. Euro British Pound. Let's look for Euro British Pound here. Where is that Euro British Pound? Yeah, this is it here. I hope the slippage is not much. The slippage is much. The slippage is too much for us to trade. As you can see, this is the slippage we see here. This is the sell. This is the slippage. It's a lot. If you look at that, that's a lot for us to work with. So we are not going to trade it. We'll leave it alone because of the slippage. As a matter of fact, the guy should leave here so that we don't keep on seeing who we don't want to see. So we'll just pull it a little bit down into the watch list there. All right. So the next guy we have here, and I think that's the last guy that aligned itself with what we expect, is HK50. All right, I would want to trade this HK50, but I'll give you the reason why I'm going to leave it. The reason why I'm going to leave it alone is because of the fact that US 500. Remember what I told you guys, when it comes to indices, most of them tend to look up to US 500. And since we already have an entry here on US 500, I wouldn't want to be opening up another entry again on HK50. I'd rather stick with the one here on UX 500. All right. Now, let's come up with how we are going to manage this particular trade here. So now we are in this trade, of course. I believe we are in this trade already. So if I go here, where is our US 500? I'm going to delete most of these guys here. We don't need these guys anymore. German DAX, BTC, all these guys. We'll just leave the only guy that we are currently holding a position in. All right. So this is the US 500 trade. Price is coming up. We don't want price to keep on going up. It's okay for them to go up. If they are going up to take more order, that's okay. But if they are going up to stop us out, that's not what we want. All right. I would want to bring you guys attention to something nice there. There is a gap. There's a fair value gap there. Hopefully, the bears will use that fair value gap to keep on pushing the price further down. That is what we want. At the same time, we don't want a situation whereby if they are dropping this pullback, for them to be creating gaps, because now I can see a gap that they are trying to create here for the bulls. We don't want the bulls creating gaps. We want the bears to violate every gap that the bulls tries to create. They need to violate every gap that the bulls are trying to create. That's what we want. We don't want them to keep on creating gaps while getting the price. To whom it may concern, if you took this particular trade with me, I'll post. Hopefully these motherfuckers, okay, well, the network has already started misbehaving. That's their normal thing. At this point, I'm no longer trying to. Oh, okay. Ifeanyi Chukwu, I got you. Sorry, apologize. Most times I don't see you guys chat. I only see it when I come back to, because I have the live streaming on different window or in different place, and I'm actually trading on the other side. So therefore, the point I'm just trying to say is, jumped on this UX 500 trade. Stop loss is this. Ifeanyi Chukwu, if you're still there, you said, can we look at Euro USD? Of course, we can look at Euro USD. I think we looked at it already, right? Hello, Katelman. Agwibo. Adeke Batago. Aye, sharp. When we go feel link up, I did live streaming like this. I'm actually answering your call on live streaming. Man, people outside Nigeria and in Nigeria is actually hearing you and I. Yeah, no, of course it's my trading. I'm actually live streaming on YouTube right now. So that for evening now, you go, if you come out this evening or make I come around, which one works for you? Eh, okay. Oh, sharp. Bye, Yawa now. So oh, that's cool. So I go, just once I round up for here, I go come your side. Maybe I will even continue whatever I'm doing over there. Yeah. So expect me. Yeah. Uh, 60, like 60. Uh, I don't have up to that. Which I get at like 30, and that 30, I want use somebody for there buy water. Buy water don't finish. Yeah. And you really need them, like, because I don't know when you how you plan on it, but I no one put hand for my trading this thing. I really no one put hand for there. Now why? Okay, all right then. I feel run that one. Yeah, I feel run that one. Yeah. All right. Now I go run am for you then. All right. Yeah. See you. Sorry guys, I need to take that call. It was one of my guy. Okay. Oh, this US 500 trade. What's your problem now? This is not what we discussed. US 500. This is not what we discussed. To I don't know this one. You people are trying to buy this market. Well, if we take this loss, me, I'm running away. Oh. I'm running away. So, Ivan Ichuku said we should look at Euro USD. I think we looked at Euro USD because it's part of what is in this watch list. Is last year that was one of my most traded pair. So for me on Euro USD, guys, this is my personal opinion, okay? And I hope Ivan Ichuku is still on the call to get my opinion and my analysis as to regard to that. If you are still with us, let us know in the chat section by saying I'm here. All right, but I'll still give the analysis regardless if you're here or not. But my opinion is still the same, just like I said before now. All right, and my opinion is that I don't know if you guys can hear me now because my network is misbehaving again. All right, so my opinion still remain the same. So for me, the setup I see here is looking like a buy. The setup I see here is looking like a buy. But on the other hand, the predominant trend that I'm seeing on the daily, the predominant trend on the daily is actually bearish. Based on, this is my personal opinion, right? I might be wrong. Maybe another professional trader might look at this and think otherwise. The predominant trend I see on Euro USD is a bearish move. But on the other hand, the price action I am seeing, the way the price is setting up itself, it is setting up itself for a buy. That is what I see. I see them trying to buy that price. And if you're not asking for my own decision, if I'm to decide on it, I will leave it alone. Because in a situation whereby the predominant trend is saying something else, the price action is saying something else, there is a clash there. There is a misalignment. So it's going to be a little bit difficult to trade. All right, this is my own personal opinion though. My own personal opinion. So that's my take on Euro USD. On the other hand, we are still hoping that this our sell on US 500 is going to be a juicy one. Hopefully it is a juicy one. Hopefully. All right, now we are seeing some rejection from that gap. Remember that gap I told you guys that we said we want the bears to hold it. So we need the bears to hold that gap like their life depends on it. If the bears fails to hold that gap, I think I need to open my record and record this part of the live stream. So right about now, this is the record from the live streaming section here on FX Adventure, and I want to point out something for the guys that maybe are not opportuned to join the live streaming section. and here is my opinion. All right, on the live streaming section here, we are currently in a sell position on US 500. All right, this is it here. To whom it may concern, this is it here. And of course, we have a gap here, and we are saying that for the bears to maintain the authenticity and for them to still give us the hope and for us to maintain faith and hope that price is going to go our direction, the bears needs to hold this price with this fair value gap here, with that gap here, that rectangular line there. They need to hold it like their life depends on it. In a situation whereby price fails to hold that level and they start trading above it, high chances that they are going to hit our stop loss and we cannot do anything about it. Okay, high chances that price will go and hit our stop loss is going to increase if price fails to reject from this gap here. All right, another thing I would want also to pay close attention to is how price reacts at that level. I like the fact that we saw a very first rejection there, but the follow-up candle needs to show a genuine effort, a genuine blueprint, a genuine path that is showing signs that okay, they are going to reverse that market. But if they keep on trading up, then of course our stop loss is going to do the work that it is intended to do, which is what? Which is to save us from any further calamity that we might face in that particular market. All right. On the other hand, I would want you guys to also remember I said something about gold. I said gold needs to take out the previous day high before we can say that we are ready to look for a sell on it. All right, so that's my view of it. With that, I'm going to stop the recording and get back to the live streaming. All right, so that's it. If you guys have any other currency pair you want us to look at, remember, feel free, drop it in the chat section, and of course we'll look at it together. All right, S&P 500 is the bulls are trying to violate us, and right now the bulls are trying to see if they can close above that fair value gap there, and I think they are succeeding. If they succeed, I can't do anything. I can't do anything, to be honest, guys. It would be nice to see them keep on rejecting that level. Let's see if the bears are ready to give us what we want, or if we are going to take a loss this morning, this beautiful morning. Okay. All right, so currently I have approximately $5 at risk on this particular trade. Okay, I think I dropped the stop loss to whom it may concern in the chat section. That stop loss is subject to change, just so you know. That stop loss is subject to change. And what do I mean by it is subject to change? It is subject to change in the sense that once price develops and we see reasons why we should adjust the stop loss, of course we will adjust the stop loss. But for now, nothing exciting is going on. We are still in the survival mode because we need to survive any attempt of the bulls trying to not liquidate but to stop us out. Okay, any chances or window of opportunity the bulls are trying to use in violating us is what we are largely looking out for. Right now, price managed to close above the gap, as you guys can see, both on the line chart and also on the candle chart. You can see there is a clear evidence of the bulls currently trading above that fair value gap, which is not good for us. But with that said, all hope is not lost because of the fact that they are yet to take out that swing high that price used in pushing down. If they should take out this swing high, I think that's where our stop loss is. Our stop loss is there. All right. So anything that is going to make price to start going above that line, we are not long. We are no longer going to be interested, and most likely, before price gets to that level, it will stop us out because our stop loss is around that area there. All right. Okay, with that said, guys, if you're joining us live and you are yet to like the video, I don't know what you're doing. Please like the video and remember to subscribe if you are joining us and you've not yet subscribed. We do this live streaming every day, every weekday, Monday to Friday. That's exactly what we do. All right, guys, give me a minute. I need to make a quick transfer. I need to make a quick transfer. All right, I think the reversal is coming in. I don't want to be a bit aggressive. Maybe I'm tempted to open up another sell entry there, but I don't want to be greedy. I think the $5 risk is okay. I'll just manage that one. If I'm able to get a 2-to-1 on that guy, that would keep me around maybe $9 or approximately $10, which is fair, which is a fair price for me. So I'm not going to be greedy. We are not greedy here on this channel. Here we have calculated risk. Each trade we are executing, we know how much we are risking. We know how we intend to manage it, and everything about it. So that's that. Please, if you're joining, remember, like the video, share the video, and spread the good news, guys. Spread the good news. That's all I can say. Spread the good news. Hello, Mayor. Welcome on board. Oh, what happened? Yeah. Yesterday's trade, of course, he hits TP. Did you take it, Mayor? Did you take it? I want to see a W on the chart if you took the trade yesterday. Okay, good one. Wagwan. Let's go. US 500. Let's go. So we are currently in a sell here. This is not financial advice, guys. Not financial advice. Not financial advice, but I am so much tempted to open up another entry here, to be honest with you guys. But I'm going to leave it alone. I like I said, I'm okay with the current amount I'm already risking on it. So let's see how this one is going to play out. UX 500, you need to be a good boy. Be a good boy and stop messing up. Come on. I need you to sell. Be a good boy and sell, please. Thank you very much as you do so. Okay, oh, if this price keeps on trading up, I don't know what else to do. Like I told you guys, this gap, ah man, the bears are giving up on us. That gap needs to hold. Anything the bulls wants to do, this gap needs to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't like this. Oh no, this is going to stop us out. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much. If price gets here, I'm going to open one more entry. I call it what I call it is, don't do this with me. I'm only doing it because I can. Don't make this move with me. But if you want to do it, this is not financial advice. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to open up another entry. If price keeps on trading up, I'll open up another entry. Let me open it here. So now if I open up another entry, that means why? Operation failed. Why? I just tried to open up another cell now. They're telling me operation failed. Why? Okay, yeah. I managed to open up another entry there. Don't do that with me. So if you open up another entry, it means you are ready to take more loss. So don't make that move with me. Unless you are ready to take more loss. So now I have $5, and here I have $3. So 5 plus 3 will give me 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have $8 at risk right now. I think that's the maximum I can do for this particular guy. I've tried for S&P 500, for US 500 or S&P 500, however you want to call it. So that's the best thing I can do. So one thing I can do now is we'll just hope and see price goes our direction. If it doesn't go our direction, I'll take my loss and I will go home. No need to cry over spilled milk. I'll just take my loss and go and sleep. Okay, the price is rejecting, which is nice, but nothing exciting is going on because they are still trading above that gap. Remember I told you guys, this fair value gap, if you look inside of that fair value gap, you see there is the middle point there, that the dotted line, that middle point is very, very important. So we need price to trade below that middle point. We don't need price to keep on trading above it. We need price to trade below that middle point. You can see price is trying to come below the middle point, but they are pushing it back up again. So like I said, we need price to close below that middle point and keep on trading below it. We don't want them to keep on coming above and above and above and above and above and above and above. No, we need price to go below it, stay below it, trade below it, and continue going down. That's the best case scenario. That's the only way the price is going to show us that there is actually bearish pressure in it. And I think so far the bears have tried to hold that level. As you guys can see, the bears are trying to hold it, but the bulls are also trying not to allow them to hold it. So remember, it's always a war. It's a battlefield. It's a battleground between the bulls and the bears. All right. So for me, today I am a bear. Yesterday I was a bull. Today I am a bear on US 500. With that said, guys, I think we've pretty much had an interesting one for me. The only thing I'm waiting for now is for them to do the actual reversal and continue going down. That's what we want, and that's what we pray for. I hope you guys did your morning devotion. If you've not done morning devotion, please go down on your knees now and pray, because we need every prayer we can get in this year. And on this particular setup, we need every prayer we can get. Mayor, I'm happy that you're happy, and the fact that you're happy is all we need, because when we see people that are happy, it makes us happy. All right? The whole essence of this community is for us to have happy people and have good experience here. All right? So knowing that you're happy, I'm happy that you're happy. That's all I can say. I'm happy that you are happy. Okay. So this gold trade is still doing its own wiggle. Well, something just occurred here on gold. Just looking at it now, I don't think I would want to trade gold sell again, at least for now, until price decides to show us something different. And here is my reason why. My reason why is because of the internal structure. Everything you see, no matter how small, counts. No matter how small, counts. You see, because of this small guy there, that small guy that went below that line that I drew, just because of that guy, has removed every look at the buy. The buy is also happening on UX 500. Something is wrong somewhere. It's going to hit our stop loss, guys. It's going to murder us. Murder incoming. Look at that big green candle, guys. I think we are not going to survive this guy. All hope is not lost, but just looking at it, I don't think we are going to survive it. I'll just take my loss and I'll go and sleep. Let me see if I can tighten up my stop loss. I can actually tighten up that stop loss, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to tighten it up a little bit, or maybe we might leave it for just to give it room for a wiggle, but I don't like this. The fair value gap we wanted them to hold, you can see that the bears are giving up on it. The bears are giving up on us. God damn it. And this is Friday, so if I take this loss, I am running. You guys will not see me again in live streaming today. This is the only loss I'm going to take today. I will not trade again today because today is Friday also. Friday are not always the best days. But actually last week was the week I got one of my most interesting win. I hate it. But yeah, of course, it's always good to know that remember, there's something I always say. When you know how much you intend to lose and you process that loss and you are okay with that loss, it's a good trade. All right, so in as much as we are going to take a loss on this trade, yes, I know I am being ahead of myself, but looking at this, I don't think there's any form of reversal for the bears. The bears cannot come back from this, and my reason is because the only resisting point the bears had was this gap here, and they failed to hold it. Since they failed to hold it, and just after breaking it, we are seeing this kind of bullish pressure coming in. It only says a lot, and what it says is the thing that you guys wouldn't want to hear, which means price is going to stop us out. It's as simple as that. So no need to cry over spilled milk. It is what it is. We'll take our loss with good with good heart, I mean with good faith or whatever. But we are going to take our loss and leave it at that. So it is what it is. No need to cry over spilled milk. No need to do anything. And if you look at the line chart also, the line chart also is here to break out of that line, but largely I think price is going to close above it. But if they don't, that's fine and good. We've had this kind of experience before. Actually, the US oil I took that gave me one of my best win. No, actually that gave me one of my biggest win this year was similar to this. Price came close to my stop loss, very, very close to it, almost stopped me out before going back to my direction again. So If you look at the line chart, you can see there was an attempt for them to take out that high, but now we are seeing some rejection coming in, but nothing exciting yet is going on because of the fact that if you switch this over to a candle chart, you will see that we are experiencing some very huge buying pressure coming in just after the fair value gap that the bears are meant to use as support to pull the market down failed. So remember what I told you guys, price is not random, price is deliberate. Price, before price does anything, it will show you signs and symptoms. All right, so the sign and symptom here is as simple as we saw a selling market, we saw a fair value gap that the bears kept. Specifically, they dropped that fair value gap for the sell, only for price to come to test that fair value gap, failed to hold it. So there was an attempt for them to hold it. If you guys remember, there was an attempt when price got rejected with this red candle here. Immediately after that rejection, the next candle, instead of giving us a follow-up of that bearish move, ended up dropping a very huge big candle. And if you compare this green candle here, this is the biggest candle if you compare it since 6 o'clock. As early as 6 o'clock in the morning, this is the biggest green candle we are seeing. And this green candle is coming just after the gap that was kept for price to go down. So based on relativity, based on everything presented to us, I can categorically tell you that the bears have lost control of this market. The only reason that will make us to still see something out of this market, if anything at all, which I genuinely doubt if we are going to see anything again in this market, right? If at all anything is going to happen in this market, it will only be from the reason that the bulls are weak. It is only a reason of bulls being weak. All right? Apart from that, everything about this market is pointing for a sell. Another thing that we can also speculate is the fact that the Q3 of the Q2 day managed to swipe the high of the Q2 of the day. Another thing we can also speculate is the fact that we have the Q1 of the day and networking. My network is not networking. Okay, now it came out after I've deleted the line. So I'll bring it back again because I want to show you guys something. Q1 midpoint. If we are going to get anything out of this market, this is the last gate. I'm speculating the last gate now. You see that midpoint? If anything is going to come out of this market, we need price to go below this midpoint and continue trading below it. But you can see, just like all the evidence, because remember, we look at price and we try to get evidence, right? Based on the evidence provided, that midpoint is now acting as support for the bulls. You can see price is holding on that midpoint. So the only thing that is going to give us, the only hope we have now, the last hope we have now, is for price to go below that midpoint and hold it. That's the only thing. See that midpoint there? That midpoint. Let me increase the weight of the, I'll turn it to red so you guys will see it also. I'll make it red. That midpoint is the final hope we have. But even in that final hope, it's not even holding because you can see price is trading above it. So the bulls, like I told you, are already in control. Period. There's no two ways about it. Like I told you, the only reason why we might get something out of this market now is if the bulls are weak. if the bulls don't have what it takes, that's the only opportunity for the bears to take over the market again. But guys, I'll be truthful to you guys, I don't see us coming back from this trade. So let's prepare our mind for the loss. I believe price is here to hit my stop loss, at least for now. Okay, check silver. Okay, somebody is asking that we should check silver. That's from Mayor. Mayor said we should check silver. Okay, we'll look at silver for you, Mayor. I hope you're still there. All right, I hope you're still there. We are going to look for you. We are going to look at silver before we leave. Okay, so like I said, the only thing that would make us to still have faith in this market is for the bulls to give up. We need the bulls to be weak. They should give up, and for price to trade below this midpoint, and not only trade below it, they need to trade below it and keep on going below it. Anytime price tries to go above it, they should keep on rejecting it. That's the only time I would say we still have any form of hope in this market. Apart from that, I don't see any hope again. We are fighting a lost battle. All right, I'm tempted to open up another entry, but I think I've had enough. So there's no need to open up any other entry. So let's look at silver. Okay, silver is, let me get the sign. I've forgotten the sign of that silver. Wait, let me see. I think it's SA. Is it SA? What again? Let me see. I think it should be under metal. SAG, yeah. SAG is silver, right? I think it's SAG, yeah. SAG. Wow. Silver has a very good slippage. Oh. Why don't I have silver in my watch list? SAG USD. Let me add it in my watch list, I beg. Why don't I have it in my watch list? All right, let's look at SAG. SAG is looking good, though. Mayor just showed me something in the nice now. Very good, though. Hey, Mayor, thank you very much. I think maybe you might have seen another guy we can trade if. Wow. I like this. Okay. I like what I see on XAG. Mayor, nice one. Thank you for pointing this out. So, but I will need them to take out this high here. That correlates with the previous day high, which is the same thing with gold. It correlates with the previous day high. So if we can get SAG, which is silver, to get up to that point there, that would be something interesting to see how it's going to play out. All right, so the low I'm looking to see them take out now is this low. All right, at the same time, there is liquidity forming here. Depending on how they control it, will determine what we do. But I like this, and the reason why I like it is because we have the Q1 of the day look more like a rangey. That's a manipulation there. So if we see a crossover, I would want to trade the silver down, and at the same time it has also manipulated the Q1 of the day. And in addition, if we use the PD array, it is actually in the bearish territory. So every expectation here on silver looks clean. Mayor, thank you for drifting my attention towards that guy. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. All right, so I think silver is good for a sell. I genuinely think silver is good for a sell. So we need to wait and see a confirmation of that. So I'm going to move silver at the top of my watch list because it piqued my attention, it piqued my interest immediately. I just looked at it. It's giving everything that I would want to see. Let's go and see how we are managing, how price is treating us on this UX 500 trade. Okay. Something interesting is going on here. Do you guys see? I think price is trying to reject that top, which is nice. Okay, the very nice sell pressure coming in there. Okay, let's see if the market makers will be friendly to us. If they're not friendly to us, it's fine, it's good. But let's not raise our hope yet because nothing much is going on there for now. But I am way more interested. Where that silver? Where the silver trade? Where the silver guy I brought? Okay, is here. Let's move it up. Silver needs to come up there. Oh. Silver guy, 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 silver guy. Silver, I will be anticipating a sell on silver. I like the internal structure on silver, and also I like the external structure on silver. All right. I wish maybe the setup on silver compared to that of S&P 500, the silver is way better because of the obvious reason. Remember, I pointed something out before I entered this trade on S&P 500. I said the previous day Q1, or we'll call it the Asia section, the high and low is yet to be taken out. As you can see, the Q1 high and low is yet to be taken out. And remember, I always tell you guys, once the previous day quarter high or low is taken out, depending on the direction you want to go, it increases your chances of getting a good trade. It increases your chances of getting a good juicy trade. All right, so that's the only issue. The only reason why I'm a little bit skeptical about this my trade here on S&P 500 is just because of the fact that the Q1 high and low is yet to be taken out, and if at all this market wants to range, it won't look good for us. So what we'll be looking out for now is to see how we can mitigate. All right, we are keeping close eye on what's up with my network. Oh, this network thing is not fun. This network thing is it's not fun at all. It's good to know you're still there, Mayor. It's good to know that you're still there. I'm not happy. My network is messing up again. Okay, so now we need to see how we can mitigate losses, right? Or measure losses. So right now, I'm going to see how I'm going to manage this S&P 500 trade so that I can get the best possible outcome and also the best possible loss, if at all there is a loss that we are going to take on that guy. But while we are doing that, I need to focus again. We need to bring our focus back to silver because silver is giving off the vibe that we want. It's giving off the setup that we want. It's giving off everything I can really hold my hands on and say that this is the setup that I would want to take. Remember what I told you guys. That midpoint. This is the last hope. The last hope we have is that midpoint. So now price managed to come down. Okay. So what we want now is if price wants to even delay us or do anything, whatever they do, they should avoid going back above that midpoint. They should avoid going back above that midpoint. If they go back above it again, I don't know. We can't do much. We just have to fold our arms and hope for the best. But right now, we're in a very, very tight corner on UX 500. We are in a very serious tight corner, like serious tight corner. The best thing I would want us to see is for us to start taking out lows, taking out liquidities, taking out lows. We don't want them to keep on going up. If they keep on going up, that's not good for us, and seems like that's what they want to do. As a matter of fact, guys, can we just accept the loss on S&P 500 so that for our own mental health and for our own the psychology to this, let's just accept the loss. So I want you guys to use the chat section and say I accept the loss on US 500. For me, I accept the loss on US 500. I don't know for you. I hope you accept the loss on US 500. This is me prepping my mind for the worst case scenario. I am prepping my mind for the worst case scenario, right? So don't blame me for it. Don't blame me for it. All right? In as much as we come here every day, we try to make sure we have the best outcome based on any trade we take. At the same time, it's good to know when to prepare for the worst case scenario. So now we are going to move our confirmation line a little bit up based on the item we are seeing here on silver. I don't know how I can thank Mayor for introducing me to silver. Come to think of it, I don't even know why I for some reason I was not so much a silver guy. The setup here is looking very nice, very nice. Let me be sure. It created a new high. Yeah, so this is the low. This is the low we are looking. If silver starts going below that low, that's what we want. So S&P 500 is trying its best, but its best is not enough. It can do way better, but so far so good. It's trying its best to see how it's going to come down. So let's look at ways we can mitigate this. So what I'm going to do now is, if S&P 500 gets to this point, remember we had a first entry here and I had another entry here. So what I'm going to do now, if price gets to that first entry, I am looking to close that first entry, then I'll be holding only the last entry. That's what I'm going to do. So if price gets to this first entry here, depending on how price decides to go there, I will close the first entry and I will hold other ones. And I would want to close it on break even. I don't want to close it on any loss. I can decide to close it here and take the tiny loss there, but I'm going to make sure I close it in on break even. This is how I manage my trade, okay? So I'm going to close it so that I'll be holding only one position. So instead of having to risk the whole $8, I would reduce it a little bit to maybe $2, $3 depending. But like I said, I need them, okay? Thank you. Why now? So I closed the first entry on 0.03. So now I am holding only this guy, and that's the guy I'll be holding for this rest of this trade. So now from an $8 risk, right? From an $8 risk now, I have reduced it to what? Minus $2.7. That's how we do it here. To be loud. That's how we do it here. So right now, all we now need to do is fold our arms and see if US 500 is going to go our direction. If it goes our direction, fantastic. If it doesn't go our direction, fine and good. I want to point out something. Once price starts to take out this low here, let me put a line there. Once price starts to take out that low, I'll be moving stop loss to break even. So all we need to do is for US 500 to come down to that point there. I'll move my stop loss to break even with the mindset and the hope that price will continue going down until it gets to our TP. I know that trade that I closed here, assuming I left it open, it will increase my my profit target, right? But what we do here is all about risk management. We are not here to do how much can I get. Greed is good, but at the same time you need to know how to manage your trade properly and how to treat it properly. So for me, that's the best case scenario I can get on this trade. All right, so with that said, I'm going to add an alert here. Once price starts to get to that point and our alert beeps, we'll be moving our stop loss on US 500 to break even. That's the plan I have for this trade, and that's how I would want to manage this particular trade. With that said, let's move our attention back again to what? Silver. Let's move our attention back again on silver. Here on silver, we might end up making a very quick decision on it. I like the fact that I'm seeing some interesting wiggle move going on here. I'll switch this into okay. Yeah, bunch of rejection coming in around there. You see, do you see the good thing about line chart? Do you see once I change this thing to candle chart, do you see how there's a lot of noise there? A bunch of wick at that top. But now if I switch it to line chart, do you see how it makes it easy to look at? You will see all the important breakouts that are important. So for me, I'm looking to see how price is going to go below this guy. Once you see price trading below it, I'll be jumping on a sell on that particular guy there. Okay. Woo! Oh my man, I have meeting. Oh Jesus Christ! I just remembered I have meeting. Oh. I just remembered I have meeting. Hey, let me join my meeting, guys, please. I know I am a trader, but hey, I'm not seeing the meeting this thing here. What's going on? I have meeting. Yeah, I'm a trader, but I'm not seeing the meeting link. I'm a trader, but I'm also an engineer. I have a full-time work, so you guys should bear with me. Why am I not seeing the meeting link now?
Being synced with OD and the rest of the management team before we start up development. So that's the report from virtual building. Thank you.
Okay, US 500 trade. We've been able to get some things.
Hi, good morning everyone. So
yesterday we were able to have a sync with the program management.
Okay, so now
Assets
we are a little
independently.
bit more relaxed, at least for me, because initially I was risking a lot. I was risking a lot
To help
on the
share with the rest of the program management or the
okay,
directors
it wasn't a lot, but
for
a
comms
reasonable amount.
comms and social media for this year. So I'm looking forward to continue that conversation.
Let's pay close attention to silver because I think that's the second guy that is capturing my interest or my attention, as the case is. So that line, we need price to close below it. Once we see price closing below it, I will jump on a sell on silver, but that is only if I see a close below that line there. Okay, okay, let me go and pull it up. I think I'm seeing some crossover occurring there. Now they are rejecting it again. Let me just prep the environment. Okay, it's not yet, no, there is no crossover yet. You can see price is still pushing up. Price is still pushing up, guys, so nothing exciting there, at least not yet. I think if we are going to jump on these silver trades, price failed to go below it, so we are going to still wait for some more. Let's see if price will break it and close below it. It's not only breaking it, they need to break it then close below it. Then once we see that, we will jump on it. So right now we have one entry on S&P 500. You guys saw how we managed it. You guys saw how we had the first entry. You guys saw the point I opened up another entry. You guys saw how I managed to remove the first entry in order to reduce my loss. Okay, these are ways you can manage your risk properly. All right, I just had to reduce it. So now that's that intended money that I wanted to risk on S&P 500 that I closed, which is the first entry that I closed. I can now use that money and invest it somewhere else, and there's high chances that we might invest it in the silver trade that we have here. We might end up putting it into the silver trade that we have there. So right now, my plan was to risk a total of $10 today. My budget for today is $10. Okay, my budget is $10. Based off on what I see here, out of that $10, I have $3 at risk. This is 2.7. I approximate it to be $3, right? So if we take a loss here, I presume it to be minus $3, right? So minus 3 out of 10. 10 minus 3 will give us 8, right? Or 7. Is it 7 or 8? 10, 9, 8. 7 actually. It will give us 7. Don't mind my mathematics. It will give us 7, right? So that 7 is going to give us, I'll now decide to either risk the whole 7 on the silver trade, or should I risk half of it, depending on how I want to go about it. But ideally, I like to give room for multiple entries. I like to give room for multiple entries. And what do I mean by multiple entries? You would understand much more if you spend more time here with us on FX Adventure, because all of these things will be happening live here for you guys. All right. So Mayor, we are still following up on this silver trade, and I am of the opinion that if we get a crossover, I will jump on it. S&P 500 is giving up on us. I thought they meant business when they came back down, but for some reason they are rejecting the price back up again, which is not in our control. We don't control the market. I am not the market maker. All we do here is we try to understand what the market makers are trying to do and align ourselves towards that direction of what we think they want to do. All right, with that said, let's just have a look at other items we have in our watch list. I think we picked up interest in on this guy. Oh my god. Wait, we picked up interest on Canadian CHF. Why? Okay, I think this is okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. Let me be sure. I don't want to rush it. There's no need to rush it. Let's be sure everything checks out. Let's be sure that everything checks out before we decide on whether to jump on it or not. Okay, actually everything checks out. Everything checks out. Let me see the candle. Sell, came in, sell, buy. Where is that buy pressure coming from? Let's leave this alone. I think I am more interested to see what silver is going to do. I prefer silver. There is no need to look at any other guy. Silver is the guy we want, and that's the guy we are focusing on. Okay. So we have, okay, I think we have a successful break. Oh, we have a successful break on silver, but it's a very tiny one. I've never traded any market that is this tiny before. So woo! I can't trade silver. Oh. I can't trade silver, and my reason, the reason why I can't trade silver is because it's the same story with gold. For you to trade silver, you need big capital. Already, just this tiny stop loss is already giving us $10, bro. It's already giving us $10. Should we take it? It's massive, oh. But I think it's good for a sell now. To whom it may concern. But I can't take it, and the reason why I can't take it is just because of the risk. What the risk in it is too much. Not the risk. I mean, the for you to trade it, we need to risk up to $10. And remember, I told you guys my budget for the whole day is $10. Imagine where I'm using my whole budget for the day. I'm putting it into one trade. It means if that trade doesn't go well, I'm done. But I think this is going to go well. For Mayor that asked us to look at silver, I think silver is in a good position to start selling it now. It's in a good position to start selling it now. The only reason why I am not jumping on it is the obvious reason that I've already mentioned, that the amount it requires for me to take it is huge. Or another thing I can do, what if I break even? Hey, it's already late. It's already late. Shit. Do you know what I wanted to do? It's already late. It's already late. It's already late. It's already late. My plan, what I wanted to do was, fuck, why didn't I get this idea on time? So what I wanted to do was, I'll break even on the S&P 500 trade, then I'll carry all the risk and put here. That would have been a better shit. That would have been a better approach. That would have been a better approach. Well, the idea didn't come to my head on time. I would have made that move. I would have made that move. God damn it. Shit. I missed out on Oh, oh my goodness me. So we missed out on the silver gold, guys. And look at that sell. Very sweet sell. Ah. And do you know the good thing about this sell? For the fact that the risk is $10. Aye. Ah. Ha. Mayor, that's your trade, Mayor. Mayor, the trade you asked for is this. And the trade is playing out fantastically. If there's anything like that. It's a very fantastic sell. The only reason why we did not take it is because the amount it's going to take us to risk it. Ah! Ha! Ha! Well, we missed out on a very good opportunity there. Like this kind of opportunity are hard to come by, especially when, just after that you see price going down immediately. Like in little or no time, I think this market is going to reach the TP. Okay, it's reversing now. Okay, thank God we didn't take it, sha. But for me, I think it's going to sell. The confirmation we were waiting for came in, and we saw price going down. So the only reason we did not take this silver trade, I think I said it and I'm still saying it again, is just because of the amount we stand to risk if we should jump on it. But generally, I think is the market is good for a sell, and of course, you can see that the sell is gradually coming in. Of course, the 2 to 1 will be all the way there. If anybody took this silver trade, let me know. I can drop you guys the TP and the stop loss and everything you need for it. But for me personally, I did not take it, and like I said before, and I'm still saying it again. The obvious reasons why I did not take it is because of the fact that the amount that I will be putting up at risk is a bit much, all right, compared to you know the likes of S&P 500 and any other guy. Okay, so that's the only reason why I did not take that trade. But if you took the trade live here, please let me know. I'll drop you the TP and the stop loss in the chat section. Oh man, this silver trade, it would have been a very nice one. It would have been a very nice one. Oh, look at how sweet. Look at how sweet. Don't worry, no need to cry over spilled milk. I like the fact that Mayor, thank you for asking me to look at silver. And just looking at silver, I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with it at first sight. At least based on the setup I saw here, immediately I saw it, I'm like, this is the kind of setup I love to see. If you guys remember, immediately I saw it, I said it here. This is the kind of setup I love to see. And you can see so far so good. It is yet to disappoint. It is just going down sweet, very nice, very clean, no hassle. I love it. We'll be trading silver when maybe our account must have grown, but for now, it doesn't make sense that I will take the amount that I apportioned to use for today's trade and put it in one trade. It doesn't make sense to me. It's not a good risk management, and that was why I did not take this trade. Assuming I had the idea of maybe coming here on S&P 500, break even, like put my stop loss on break even, that will now give me the allowance to, risk it all on silver. And what I mean by risk it all on silver is, I mean that I will now be confident enough to put up my $10 at risk here, knowing fully well that I am not taking any loss from any other place in the market. Okay, so that's the reason why I did not take this particular trade here on silver. All right, so that is it for me. And yeah, that's it basically. With that said, I don't think there is much going on right now in the market. So the only guy we've been able to get our hands on is this trade on S&P 500 or US 500, as the case is. What I envision or what I would want to see now is for price to trade down, get up to that point, then we can break even. All right, so if we can get to that point where I have an alert, we would break even. And what I mean by break even is just basically moving stop loss to the entry point. Once you move your stop loss to the entry point, I think we are good on that guy. On the silver trade, it's rejecting now. I'm seeing some form of rejection coming in around there. As you guys can see, rejection coming in around there. So let's see what's going to happen. But this rejection is not good. I don't like seeing rejections like this. But largely, if I jumped on this trade, I don't think I'll be holding it for 2-1 because of the fact that the initial risk is a lot. So I believe if you jumped on this trade, anything around 1-1 would have been a good profit for me. But still, the 2-1 can still play out, and I would urge each and every one of you to be expectant of that. Let me plug my speaker because that's part of what keeps me busy here. It's about to off. Hopefully it doesn't off. All right, so I think that's that about that. Is there another currency pair you guys want us to look at? Please feel free to drop in the chat section. Apart from that, I think that's that for that. No, you want to talk to me? Pen. No, my camera is on, but that doesn't mean you can't pass around. Let me know if anybody is joining me currently live. If you're live with us, if you're there, I want to see a W on the chat. Drop me a W on the chat. It's good to know that a couple of you guys took the trade we had here. It's good to know that a couple of you guys jumped on yesterday's trade. What do I do want? So I'm going to drop the TP for the UX 500 trade, right? So UX 500 TP. I think I dropped the stop loss earlier. So that's the TP I am looking for on that particular guy. All right. Hopefully they continue trading down. But in a situation whereby that's not the case, like I pointed out before, I said if price gets down to that guy there, I will be moving stop loss to break even. As a matter of fact, I'm even tempted to start moving stop loss to break even right about now. But I choose to differ. I think I would want to see price come down there before I make any decision. But for now, I'm going to hold it. We wanted to take a trade on silver. We later decided not to. And of course, I think we thank God we did not. Because now trying. But yeah, initially it had a very nice down move first. But the point I'm just trying to make is why we didn't even take this in the first place was because of the what do you call it? The amount it required for us to take that trade. All right. So for me, I think that might just be about that for this morning section. All right. Just to reiterate and to go over all the things we have. So we are currently in a trade on UX 500. We have the stop loss. If you check the chart section, the stop loss is there. And I also dropped the TP. All of them are on the chart section, right? So all I can urge and say is for us to wait and see how this is going to play out for us. With that said, that's it for me. See the BTC trade though. The BTC call we had. Look at. It's crazy, I say. 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 Crazy, I say. It's crazy, I say. All right, I think that's that about that for this morning section. If you guys have any other comments, questions, or anything at all, please feel free to drop it. Drop it like a shot. Drop it like a shot. Drop it like a shot. All right, guys. I don't know if anybody is still there, cause I'm about to give an important update now. Unfortunately, I don't know if anybody is here, but fine. I'll still drop it like it's hot. So the update I have here, I just had a look at UX 500, and if I speculate this guy now, for a big hit from here, obviously we've traded out. I'm breaking even on on the S&P 500 trade, and I have my reasons why. It only makes sense that I wait, because I think the way I'm seeing it, if they want to range this market right about now, if their intention is to range this market, then there is high chances that will be stopped out regardless. So for me, this is Friday, and usually Friday trades can be very, very, shady. So I'm going to do the right thing to protect my capital. I am moving stop loss to break even on the UX 500 trade. If you guys took this trade with me live here, I just want you guys know that all stop loss on the UX 500 trade should be on BE. Okay? Because I don't know why they will be delaying this move. If they want to go down, they should go down. But in a situation whereby they don't want to go down and they want to keep on doing this, I'm not interested. They should keep their money. I'll keep mine. It's as simple as that, They keep their money. I keep mine. All right, with that said, I think I have an important trend line that I just pulled out for this silver. I'm very interested to see what silver is going to do. I still think silver has a lot to offer, in my own personal opinion. So I'm still keeping an eye for silver with this trend line that I'm using right now to get the actual trend that I would want them to break. On the other hand, I pulled up the trend line for in the likes of UX 500, and as you guys can see, this is a simple thing where we saw price take out the high, came down the trend line, went above it again, came down, and went all the way to take out this low. Now price is about forming a double bottom here, and if that's the case, then the high chances of price going against us has increased, because now price might want to do something like this. Remember, everything here is all about probability, right? Something like this might be of the essence, right? After they've managed to drop this double bottom. So I think I want to record this part. All right, so here is an update to the S&P 500 trade. All right, or as the case is, you can call it UX 500. All right, we managed the trade as well as we can, but one thing I want to point out by switching back to the line chart is this. Do you see a double bottom there? That's a double bottom the price just formed, and you can see after forming that double bottom, it changed its trend now to start pushing up. And that's the main reason why I am moving my stop loss to break even. So if I go to my XNS, this is it here. You will see that my stop loss is on break even. If you look at the price there, you will see that I am not having any other loss in that particular entry there. So in my own humble approach to dealing with the market, the best thing I can do is to break even at this point. So I moved my stop loss to break even to see how price is going to manage it. If price goes up and stop us out on break even, fine and good. The next item I most likely will be going for will be this setup here on silver. Most likely the setup here on silver would mature maybe towards the afternoon section, of which you guys know that this live streaming that I do every day, we do it every day, morning section and afternoon section. So that's my that's our feedback and our humble experience right here in the morning section. With that said, I think that is what will be bringing this morning section to a close. I already told you guys the reason why I moved stop loss to break even on this particular trade here on S&P 500. The reason is because we have a double bottom, price is now gradually going up. Also, part of what is actually adding to that decision making is the fact that I think Q2 wants to range. Q2 wants to range. And in a situation whereby price wants to range, the price will be everywhere. At some point it will be up, at some point it will be down, at some point it will be up, at some point it will be down. No major price expansion, no major price distribution, and that's not what we want to experience in this morning section, and that is why I am actually breaking even on that particular trade. With that said, guys, I hope you guys do have a wonderful day. I'll be coming back here again in the afternoon section for us to see if we'll get any market that we would engage in. For now, I say have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys in the afternoon section on FX Adventure right here. Thank you. Remain blessed.